Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 29th of June, heading home at 5:30, and it ain't half optimum. God, the weather this week, it's just been incredible. Fortunately, in work is never that warm. Especially not in winter, but in summer it's not been too bad. But even this year it's getting hot in work, and it never does that, so it's bad. And roasting coffee in it is even worse. That's just a nightmare. Fortunately, I didn't have too much to roast yesterday, but God, it was too hot, really. Oh, it was a killer. So yeah, it's just been, weather-wise, it's been incredible for the last week. I'm glad I've not been out in it, to be honest, because I imagine there's some people now who are just burnt to a crisp. Because you know, in the UK we get the odd days now and again when it's hot and sunny, but a whole week after week after week of, I mean, the last 4 or 5 days, there's not been a cloud in the sky. It's just been ridiculously hot, even at night. You know, when it goes dark, it doesn't get cool. It just stays even hotter than it was. So yeah, it's just been crazy. But you know, it wouldn't be us if we didn't moan about the weather all the time. It's too cold, too hot, too snowy, too wet, too windy. So yeah, so that's been going on. Had a right malarkey at the start of the week. Monday was fine. Tuesday morning, normal route to work, and I sort of got into the bit out of Queensbury, and the road was closed completely, coned across the road, and we had to detour to the left down the back road, and the back road is horribly narrow and not a road you want to take, and you can't really get 2 cars past each other down it. And they were detouring all the traffic. I mean, I don't think they were intentionally sending it that way, but because they blocked it there, you had to go that way because they're given no advance notice. The next few days after, they started putting signs up beforehand to detour them around a more sensible route. But so yeah, I ended up going down this ridiculously narrow road. And because all of us were doing it, there was roadworks down there with lights, so that queued everything up. And then it formed a massive queue because you couldn't get cars past each other. Everyone was coming the other way as well. And we got to sections where, you know, it's gridlock because there's a car coming up, he can't go because we're all coming down. There's a big queue of us, and oh, it was madness. So, and the worst thing was, I thought, oh, this will make great dash cam, and the dash cam decided to shut off again just before I got to work, and it corrupted itself again. So, like last Friday's vlog where it corrupted itself, so I was a bit of about that. But it turned out that just down into Boovetown, so coming into Halifax, a water main burst under the road, lifted in a massive section of the tarmac of the road up, and it was pouring water out. And they've actually had to replace quite a big chunk of the whole road. Probably, I'd say, I don't know, maybe 40 foot square of roads being re-tarmac completely, so quite a large amount. So that was the problem, but it is fixed. So this morning I got to come in a normal way, which I was quite pleased about, because it was a bit of a bind taking detours. I tried coming this way, I go back on Wednesday because it was Tuesday. I took that horrible route, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. And it was ridiculous. It was like 45 minutes to get to work coming down this way, just because it's always bad traffic that way. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing that again. So yesterday I cut across to the back of the cash and carry. So I came in a different route entirely, and that worked quite well. It's still queued up a bit, but it wasn't too bad. But still, the way I come in is the best way when it's open. And it was open this morning, thankfully. So I was back again. So yeah, what else has been going on for me other than that, and it being too hot? Done some delivery work this week, so I've had to do some driving about in the hot weather, but only local, so it's not been too much distance wise. Steemit wise, well, just like every other crypto at the moment, my goodness, Bitcoin's just like disappeared off the face of the planet. Just like everything else, Litecoin and Ethereum and everything, they're all just like gone. So I don't know about that. And Steemit's right down as well. Steam value's down. So of course everyone's on the blogging, the sites kind of all mirror about it, and then people aren't blogging as much. I don't know, I've been doing about the same amount really. I think I've noticed pretty much the same sort of amount of people. There's kind of less interactions, there's less people commenting. I know that there isn't this kind of sort of excitement there normally is when you're getting big rewards because the value's up, but oh, that guy's just going in now, so maybe I should do Mr. Nice's words of wisdom now, because I've remembered to send them to myself, and then we can go and do the parcels and come back and finish off on the way to the shop. We're going to do some supermarket shopping on the way home. So Mr. Nellis says, things to talk about on your vlog. Matthew Wright, as he left the right stuff on the 14th of June. So will it not be called the right stuff anymore because it's not there, Richard? It's an important thing to think about. Me, as I watch Salty's Lighthouse, the cartoon on YouTube. Very good. Me, as I've watched The Haunted Mansion to match my Alton Towers holiday. Oh yeah, I think you're going soon, aren't you? That'll be good for you. Patrick the Pug film, you've been watching that as well. Bob Bells, he's still not done a vlog yet. Well, to be honest, I've not checked, so I'm as bad, Richard. I've not checked to see if he'd done one. I might be missing one, because I didn't check the week before last, or this one. I thought I might be too behind, but I've been busy. I've got loads to do. Richard sang, I've had the time of my life at the Feathers pub on Tuesday evening. I bet that was something to watch, Richard. To match the warm weather. Oh right, so it's the warm weather made you sing that. 7, me, as I've been to the Catch Fish and Chip restaurant with my mum on Wednesday evening. I bet that was tasty. We're having barbecue tonight because we're not cooking in the house because it's too hot anyway. I don't want to heat the house up anymore. So, car started up on its own. So, right, I've fixed the dash cam problem as well, you'll be pleased to know. Well, I thought it was the battery, swapped the battery on it, and it still did it the other day on me. It just cut itself off at the last minute. But I've put a new cable in, so I think the cable just wasn't fitting tight enough because it seems to be working fine. Fatal last words, you know what will happen, it'll just... yeah. Right, okay, I'm going to drop my parcels and I'll be back. See ya. Okay, back again. Parcel duties done. Ooh. Yeah. Very fortunate, that one. So, so Saturday didn't do the vlog on Steemit. Did upload the vlog, what bit of it I could do, thanks to the dash cam going wonky. So I ended up just looping the dash cam footage from earlier again, which worked all right. Well, it worked all right as in you had something to look at. It didn't work because what I was doing and what the dash cam was doing were two different things entirely. But you know, it filled the gap anyway. It was either that or just a blank space or just a picture in the background. And I just thought, oh, I'll just loop it. That'll be all right. Not like anyone watches it anyway, is it? Did that. Didn't do a vlog on Steemit though because I couldn't face up to doing all the links again. It was just like, oh, really? No. So, but I went out, took the boy to Jumperoos, a new trampoline place. Some friends of the family had mentioned, so I took him there and that was good. We had a good day out. So I did some pictures of him bouncing about there. You're probably not supposed to take pictures in the trampoline place, but you know, I did. So stuck those on Steemit as a bit of a post. Worked all right. Saturday night post. Sunday, absolutely did nothing. Didn't go out really at all because it was too hot, ridiculously hot. So chilled out all day with the boy. He was playing a new game. He's got Detroit Become Human. It's actually a really good game. I was really impressed with it. It's one of these ones that he's watched YouTube gamers play, and then of course then he wants to play it. But because he's watched them all play through it all, he knows exactly what he's doing just about. So he just walks through it all. But it's quite a good one. It's one of these ones where you kind of give responses to questions and interaction between people. So you're not exactly directly controlling the character as in running them around as you might normally do. It's kind of like one of these, I forget the term for it now, but basically you have options, and as you choose those options, they dictate the path that you take. So for a lot of it, there's many different sort of endings or potential things that could happen, paths you can go, depending on how you respond to certain situations. So you can entirely really influence how the game will progress and what will happen just depending on certain input at certain points. So that's quite good. And yeah, he's got quite a way through it. So I was sat watching him. Didn't get hardly anything done on Steemit because I spent too long watching that instead because it was too entertaining. But it was really good. So yeah, Detroit Become Human it is, if you look it up. Or it's probably worth watching some gameplay footage. It's quite amazing because it has this sort of I don't know how you describe it really, but because you're controlling androids, there's like the police one android detective, and you can like stop time and then like rewind events and things, so you can like pull out from a room and see a past event happening and things. It's hard to explain, but it's actually graphically amazing. It's quite interesting, and as part of it you've got to sort of do that, look back at something that's happened to work out what happened, and it's really good, it's clever. So Sunday was spent pretty much doing that, and I did a Sublime Sunday post. No, I didn't actually. Did I do a post at all Sunday? I can't honestly remember now. God, the heat is getting to me. I can't remember what I did on Sunday because I know I didn't do a vlog, but I didn't do Sublime Sunday on Sunday. Oh, did I? Oh, I tell you what I did. No, I did the inspirational post thing. Yes, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a little thing just about sort of spam and abuse and correct use of Steemit thing, which yeah, that was just like a little inspirational thing I did on Sunday, which again it wasn't much, just because I didn't get anything done, even though I spent all day at home, chilled out on the couch in my boy's room with my computer, but more watching him play this game, like I say, than anything else. So that was that. Monday I did the Sublime Sunday because I'd not really got any footage for it either, so that kind of put a dampener on it. So what I thought was I would do it on the Monday and then grab some pictures on the way home, which funny enough I did. As we're driving up from Stump Cross, I just parked up and grabbed some shots over the valley while it was nice and sunny. So that was Monday. Tuesday I actually managed to do one, which was one of Taxi's coal gas tag ones. So that was flowers this week, so that was pretty handy because I've got tons of pictures of flowers kicking about already. So I found a good selection I knew I hadn't used before on Steemit. Made a post out of that. I was going to do what post on Wednesday, got entirely distracted by things and didn't. In fact, I didn't do a lot of anything Wednesday, despite spending hours and hours and hours Wednesday night not doing anything but being up on Steemit and messing about, really. Then I was going to do a post last night, but I was too tired from the night before, so I ended up just having an early night in the end, so I didn't do a great deal then. So tonight I'm having a barbecue, so I probably won't get much done tonight either, I don't know. It's a bit hard.
Warning, K-band, radar, check speed.
I don't know what, there's some lights, but a long way away. So yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, really? It does just occur to me, oh yes, it is recording. I just had this horrible feeling I'd not turned that the iPhone camera on. That would have been a laugh, wouldn't it? So that pretty much has been about my week. Plenty of work on. I mean, it's been up and down, but I mean, I've got to admit, there's a lot less coffee sales at the moment because I don't imagine anyone's drinking hardly anything hot in this weather. Even my own coffee consumption is a bit reduced, and that's a surprise and a half. But it's just too hot. You just want cold drinks, don't you, to cool down. So bring back the freezing cold weather so I can sell more coffee. That's what we need. So I'm off in here to do my food shopping for my barbecue. So I shall leave it at that. I think we've done enough. So have a good weekend and week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog, when hopefully it'll cool down a bit. It's ridiculous, really, isn't it, saying that it's gorgeous sunny weather but it's too hot. But see, it's all right when you go on holiday to this sort of thing, because when you go on holiday, then A, you can leave it again behind when you come home, and B, you're not actually having to work in it, so you're just relaxing, and because you're relaxing and you can do stuff like go swimming and whatever, then it's easier, isn't it? But there you are, we'll see. Right, catch you next week's vlog then. See ya!